The both of you have very recently gone through some kind of spiritual awakening, an awakening to this connection too, and an understanding, like new deeper understanding of how things played out the way they did and why they did. It's like gaining perspective, being able to step away from this connection and gain perspective about how you ended up where you've ended up. And what's interesting is I do sense that you both, in a way, wish that there could be some kind of reconciliation, but there's been so much damage that's been done. And the spiritual awakening is really putting the both of you really through it. The Two of Cups. We were talking about it in part 1, where like you've almost masked this like anger towards them, or their anger towards you, or whatever this. And I don't know. I feel like you've been very outright about your anger in this connection, and they've been very much so like perceiving to be unbothered. You are a very spiritual being. You're very intuitive. I feel like if they were to seem angry, you would know that's just hurt and that's love covering it up. But for them, when it comes to you, I don't think they see that. I think they only see the anger. They're not as intuitive as you. They can't get to that playing field the way that you can. So they just see this anger. But like I said in part 1, you know that when it comes to anger, that's a secondary emotion. There's just a lot of pain. And there is an understanding that if you two had been in a different place in your lives, or you had been older, you had known more, or had already gone through the spiritual awakening, this is an eternal love. 4 of Pentacles, 4 of Wands, 8, Infinity. This is an eternal love. You've had this love over many lifetimes with each other. And I feel like you've probably caused great pain with each other too. There's something about just meeting before your time, before you were ready. And the Death comes out. Meeting before you were ready. You were meant to activate each other. This feels very twin flamey. The Sun. Death to the joy and a new beginning. You two were in a very much so younger energy. Whether that was age or, like I said, you hadn't gone through that spiritual enlightenment, that spiritual awakening yet. But it's like the things that were 3D level desires when you were into each other's energy here in the physical realm, there had to be a death to that in order to have these 2 aces, right? A new understanding. That joy looks different. And had you been already through this point in your lives when you met, you would have not done all the things that you did to each other. But you did. And that's why we keep coming back to there is a wish that you two could have some kind of reconciliation. But there's not a guarantee that you could put down your walls with each other. So many things remind me of you. You're both, whether that's dreams or license plates or names or whatever this is, or things that you've said. People are saying things that you two have said before. You're both being reminded of each other. Certain flowers, certain scents, certain smells. And I left before you could leave me. Like I said, I feel like collective, you've been more in tune to this connection where they seem unbothered and like treating you as though you didn't hold any significance or value. It's like if that's their mask because they know you would see through it. You both had to go on this completely new journey. And as I say that, I wish I could share my good news with you. I feel like you both wish that you could, there's wish, right? Wish is like the center word to this reading. I wish I could tell you how I've had this awakening, how I understand this connection on a whole new level, a whole new deeper level. But would you even listen? I don't know. Let's go part 3.